PI Miami is a division of Giordano Protection Services located right here in the heart of Wynwood. They are a world-renowned private investigation agency that has worked with defense teams all over the U.S., and they can provide you with infinite insights, even in the most complex of cases. Let's go and see why they're the best in the biz.
Here at PI Miami, we use former law enforcement personnel, ranging from narcs to homicide investigators, SWAT, and we even have a psychic detective on hand. This means we know how things work from the inside out. We have complete understanding and knowledge of expert testimony. We coach witnesses on how to testify. We specialize in cases involving capital punishment. We go into every case as if all our clients are guilty until we can come out and prove their innocence. We take the hardest of evidence and we crush it in front of the prosecution, creating ulterior motives, alternate suspects that may have done the crime. This is what we do, create doubt in a jury's mind.
Sometimes standard procedure just isn't enough. PI Miami is a leader in creating the most complex and innovative undercover surveillance.
Miami, because of its climate, we have cultures from all over the world. A lot of times we're retained for ritualistic crime investigation or surveillances into a boyfriend or a girlfriend, which leads us to this cemetery here. The skull, the dirt, the chicken feathers in the bag, the coconut, this was used for rituals of Santeria. Because of our uniqueness and our experience in investigations and undercover work, we've been able to put surveillance cameras during some of these rituals and actually obtain criminal confessions as they try to cleanse their soul in appeasing their orishas.
With years of department regulations and political red tape, their hands have been tied. Up until now, PI Miami's chain of command is now directly with you. But keep your eyes open because they might be watching.
When I first started in '83, none of these buildings were here. The skyline was pretty low and flat. In the last 30 years, it's been an unbelievable growth. From the art museum behind us to Science Museum, 900 Biscayne, which is the next project that we're going to be changing all the air conditioning out on the roof with a large helicopter. Over there to the Marriott across the street, and the cooling towers we changed on there with one of the largest cranes in South Florida. Well, we have heat exchangers that tie into the saltwater life safety system that regulate the temperature in all of these tanks. We treat our people with respect. We treat our people well. Our benefits are good. We treat them like a family, but we do have a certain amount of rigidity and structure in our company that I think the people like. But for the most part, it's a family-run business, and hopefully it'll stay that way forever.
Let me know what you guys would like to see, and we'll get a little deeper into that as well. So here we go.
So I just walked into Plantation Boat Mart, the Blackwater facility now. I have touched down at Pirates Cove Marina here at Deep Impact. Show you a little bit about what makes this company different. How these boats perform offshore. Not a day that you normally want to go out on. See how the boat handles. Very aerodynamic, actually pushes the boat downwards at high speed. From Miami to Tampa, and we'll show you the whole process from A to Z. We're gonna run this boat around the Miami area here as we normally do. Get through a quick tour of the features that I see, as it's a 2010 triple 350 Mercuries. Well, there you have it, our sea trial on the 288 Sea Fox Commander, taking us on another tour for Sea Hunt Flagship 43 right here behind me. I'm looking forward to jumping on this boat, doing a quick sea trial and showing you what those differences are.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, you're hearing the voices of today's commentators back in a flash after that halftime segment. So, sorry for the little shuffling, but we had to take into account the change in schedule. This is Mr. Jude joining you with
Jeremy Gonzalez.
All right, and we've met Jeremy before, as
Yes.
have I. Yeah. So, Jeremy, remind us, you're a freshman here at Immaculata-La, correct?
Yes, I'm a freshman.
And you're representing the school colors with what article of clothing today?
My jacket, and I have some green shoes.
All right, got some
Green and gold.
Green and gold basketball shoes. How about that? I did not wear basketball shoes today, but hey, we're not even playing basketball. We're watching soccer, Jeremy, and we're watching LaSalle hopefully come from behind from a current 1-goal deficit against Our Lady of Lourdes Academy. So they've had a difficult start to this game, and I think part of that has to do with the fact that Lourdes is currently undefeated. Granted, they've only played how many games?
4 games.
Yeah. So they've only played 4 games. We, on the other hand, have played 9. So we have a record of 4-1-4, and that one tie was to St. Brendan's. Do you know anyone from St. Brendan's, Jeremy?
I used to go to St. Brendan Elementary, and yes, I do know people from St. Brendan. Hi.
Yeah, shout out to anybody who's going to St. Brendan and watching this game. Maybe you're a fan of one of our players. Maybe you're a fan of the team. I don't know.
Yeah, I stay true to LaSalle.
There you go. Come to the light side. If you're from St. Brendan's right now, I'm not going to tell you that you should automatically enroll in LaSalle because you're better off. But I will say, hey, good on you. Thanks for watching.
We can see that Coach Vono is talking with the team, trying to give them trying to feel them up, trying to make them feel good.
That's right. We have some cameras on the field right now. Hopefully you'll see one of those pretty soon. But as you can tell, our halftime is currently up. So I'm not sure what the delay is. Hopefully we'll have a kickoff pretty soon. This game is going to end earlier than originally planned. So I don't know. My dinner plans got moved down. Got moved down instead of getting moved up, and I have to move it later. So hey, I'm not complaining. I don't think these players are either. They're happy to get a meal in their stomachs after hopefully a very successful game from our Royal Lions, don't you think?
Yes. What do you expect from the Royal Lions this second half?
Second half, that's right. So, goodness. So the Bobcats So we, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, home, we were watching the game. We just we obviously didn't have enough time to set everything up in the studio to get us on the air. But from what I was watching, Jeremy, I'd say that we we were struggling whenever the ball moved to our side of the field and our defenders were pressed. We had our midfielders were getting pretty tired. They were moving back and forth, in and out of the range and passing lanes of the Lourdes strikers and the Lourdes midfielders. So I don't know. I think just they gotta show endurance. They have to dig deep and come up with a strong plan of attack, I think.
I wanna say a shout out to one of my school friends, Ashley Fonseca, number 1, goalie for LaSalle.
And to my knowledge, the numbering convention means helps you
Yes.
determine whether or not she's goalie, right?
Yes, a goalie can have either 0-1, 0-0, or 1.
All right. And most of you probably already know that, but we're here to remind you of all the basic facts of soccer, keep you entertained as we wait for the halftime to come back. We'll be letting you know if there are any additional planned breaks, but I think we're about to get started. So, yeah, we'll be keeping you posted. And I don't know. I hope you're finding this entertaining and passing the time with a nice cold glass of water. I don't know. How cool is it outside? Is it too cold to have a glass of water, Jeremy?
No, it's not cold. It's normal. I guess you would say here in Miami, maybe 80 degrees, 85 degrees.
Yeah. So maybe you're having a cold glass of water. I don't know. Enjoy whatever it is you're enjoying at home.
Eating some nachos.
Yeah. Don't watch this game and drive, however. I will say that. Whatever you're doing, maybe just put the screen down, listen to the commentary. We'll do our best to give you play-by-play because we're watching it live. Isn't that right?
Yes. Remember, don't text and drive.
There we go. Don't text and drive. Any moment now. All right, we're going to have 40 minutes in this half. I cannot state if there were any noteworthy substitutions. Again, it was a little difficult keeping up with the play-by-play before we hopped into the studio. But we'll be doing our best to let you know of any interesting or noteworthy changes as the game goes on. All right, and here we go. All right, Lourdes immediately pressing, aren't they?
Yes.
Their forwards, even their midfielders, when they do move up to attack the ball, attack with the ball, they're really putting pressure.
Yes, they are, and they're putting pressure on the goalie. They're moving the ball down the field, and you can see the goalie was frustrated, and that's how they scored their goal.
Yeah.
Remember, we are tied. We are one Lourdes, 0 LaSalle.
Yeah. So LaSalle currently with a 1-point deficit, and you're absolutely right. The buck stops with the goalie. The buck stops with the goalie. So they're always going to be frustrated, even if the course of events that led to a goal wasn't necessarily on them. I can't speak for certain on that play, but I can tell you that she did do her best to come out from the net, try to stop the ball before the Lourdes striker could get it to her teammates. But unfortunately, they had so many people forward. They had like 3 players around the goal that it was just a little difficult for her defenders to help her, as well as the keeper to stay on the ball. Okay, so a good steal, one that hopefully relieves some of the pressure that we were seeing on the LaSalle side of the field.
Lourdes now takes the ball back.
Yeah, they're just kicking around their side of the field and around the midfield. Oh, good steal, but doesn't come away.
Stolen again.
Yeah, it is to be expected to see a lot of steals, turnovers. We're not going to remark on every single one, but obviously we'll bring to your attention, those of you watching from home, we'll bring to your attention of any noteworthy steals, any steals happening in dangerous places on the field or steals that lead to big breakaways, that's for sure.
The important stuff.
Oh, of course. I mean, every play is important.
Yeah.
I don't want to take the spotlight off of any of these young ladies, but of course...
They practice and they work hard.
Yes, they practice and they work hard, but of course they wouldn't expect someone to say, oh, number something stole, number someone else stole this, and number one. It does happen very quickly here, not just at the high school level. It happens at many levels of soccer, but we're keeping all of this in mind, of course, for you at home, and for anybody watching this after the fact. So, any time travelers watching in the near future, I don't know, how's 2021?
I hope by the end of 2021 we don't have to wear any more masks. The masks have me going crazy.
Yeah, any New Year's resolutions? This is the first time we have you on the air in 2021, Jeremy.
Yeah, my New Year's resolution was to everyone to have health and for no one to get sick.
God bless him. Well, got a lot of headers on the ball there. It almost looked like an elementary school trick. She was bouncing on her head.
Some trick shots.
ILS throwing in the ball. Getting it to the Lourdes side of the field. Something that we want to see more of.
Absolutely.
Oh, looks like we'll have a free kick.
Oh.
A free kick and hopefully threatening dangerous territory.
Absolutely. We got to take it. We got to play hard.
And who's taking the kick? None other than number 10. Number 10 is taking the kick, trying to make a good set piece for her players, for her teammates.
Nice kick.
I think that found the foot of a defender, however, who managed to sneak in front of the ball. And they're going to be playing for a counterattack.
Lourdes is driving it down the field. Oh, and it's stopped by a LaSalle defender.
Yes, very, very well played. They do have the numbers to keep the lid on this situation, but of course, always need to be careful. There can be sneaky passes. Oh boy, a block by the goalie, and oof, yeah. So a bit of back and forth in front of the net there led to a goal on the part of the Lourdes Bobcats.
They now lead 2-0 against LaSalle.
And I'm not sure, who do we credit that? Who's that goal being credited to? Do you see any particular Bobcat being credited with that goal?
I did not.
Well,
I can't really see the numbers.
Like we said, it was a bit of back and forth in front of the net. There was just that one cross by a striker on the left wing, managed to get the ball in front of the goal, and she apparently found one of her teammates, or maybe even two, in the back and forth that was happening after the block by the goalie.
Their team is they're playing together. Lourdes is just driving the ball down the field.
Yeah, I mean, we'll keep the compliments for the Bobcats to the minimum, but I will admit the same, because they remained on sides during that entire drive. They knew that they were countering a set piece. They were countering an offensive set piece by the Royal Lions, and you know, it's if you play good soccer, you know your fundamentals. You can set up a situation like the one we just saw, and hopefully LaSalle does the same. That's what we're hoping for.
Absolutely, we're hoping for a big comeback. We want to see LaSalle beat the undefeated Bobcats.
You know, I do have to admit this, but we are willing to accept a tie as well. Obviously, the winning is everything to some extent, but we will accept a tie. It is a 2-point deficit, but I'm hoping, as you are, for a win. That's
Absolutely.
my biggest hope. I want to remind all of you at home that this game is currently out of the Immaculata-La district. This will not count towards districts. Oh boy, so some back and forth by some of the Bobcats on the LaSalle side of the field. The ball has remained in play for a long while, and it has now drifted back to the center backs to the right and center back in midfield. And they have almost all their players playing up. You can see almost all the players are past midfield at this point, but a steal, no, a steal does not manage to make something of it. And smart move by
Ashley Fonseca, the goalie, number 1.
She read that situation. She saw how many players were forward, and she knew she had to come out of the goal and just pick that ball up, give her teammates a moment.
What a nice kick.
Yeah, she's got a rocket for a foot. I will give her that. I wish I had rockets on my feet. Oof. Some skillful play going on the right wing of the Lourdes of the Bobcats field. Their own goalie chucking it to midfield, but finds one of your Royal Lions. Great boot by, I believe, number 10, trying to get it to number 13. One moment. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they have about 4 players forward. Excellent.
Nice job. She blocks the goal.
Yeah, that was a shot on goal, but stopped by the keeper. That's some excellent work by number 1, Miss Fonseca. Again, anytime she gets the ball, it's a few moments of relief for her teammates. Getting the ball to midfield, to the other side of the field. Honestly, something to relieve the pressure that we're seeing put on the backs and midfielders. Okay, a shot that was not on goal, thankfully. That's going to go to a kick from the keeper. I must say that rockets do run out of fuel. I wonder how many of these big kicks are in our goalkeeper today.
Yes, sir.
I mean, obviously that's a natural development of a team playing so far forward, so far downfield. Your keeper's going to get their hands and their feet on the ball more often. So, hey, keepers get tired too. They just aren't running as much. All right, yes, go for it.
They always have to stay. They always have to look at the ball and stay. They have to always observe and be careful.
Yes.
They make one little mistake and you have a goal.
All right, so let's give it up to some of our centers that are playing today, because I think that's something to make note of. They've been seeing a lot of the action. So, sorry, not centers, some of our backs. So we're looking at players like number 6, Nicole Nielsen, number 7, Elisa Olivi, number 8, Olivia Mendez. And forgive me if any of these players are on the bench. It's a little difficult to see some of the numbers from this camera angle. But any of these players that you see on field, I want to certainly pay some attention to the action that they're seeing with the ball today. Number 10, Sabrina Souza. And
Another kick from Miss Fonseca.
And unfortunately it finds a Bobcat. Rocket ships do run out of fuel.
Absolutely.
Okay, Lourdes is throwing it in on the Royal Lion side of the field. Got some pressure by number 9. And some back and forth on around the boundaries led to a cross to center, and thankfully stopped by the defenders as well as the keeper, who now holds the ball. There you go. That's more like it.
Goes out of bounds.
Yeah, although it does go out of play. That's fine. Obviously not the way you want to set up a goal-scoring drive, but it does give everyone a moment to catch your breath. A lot of action on that right wing. My goodness.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, kudos to the players covering the right wing. They've forced the player to make a shot there rather than dropping the ball in the center of the field. And although it was on goal, I'd say it was rather easy for the keeper to read.
Miss Fonseca punted it to about midfield, where she connected to a LaSalle player, and
yeah, I believe it was one of the forwards.
Yes. I think I saw number 9. I think it was number 9. And the ball goes out of bounds.
And I think ILS will be throwing it in. My goodness, looking at these players makes me tired.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. I really don't. They gotta be watching how they eat, how they practice, and they gotta be careful.
Here we go, a breakaway by one of the Bobcats.
Oh, and another goal.
Yes, this time by the number, let me get a number 2. Number 2 from Lourdes. Did I get that right?
No, number 11.
There we go, number 11. We'll give her a shout out. I'll let you know which player that is in just a moment.
So now the Bobcats lead 3-0.
That would be accurate.
If I'm correct, yes.
And there are 25 minutes left in this half, but it's hard to see your Royal Lions coming back from this deficit.
You never know. It's not over till it's over.
Yeah. So, we have witticisms about fat ladies and singing or something, right?
Yes. It doesn't finish until the fat lady sings.
Yeah. For those of you at home, I think it better just to say it. So thank you, Jeremiah. Jeremy. Sorry.
Well, it does come from the Bible, from Jeremiah.
Sorry, I got the song Jeremiah was a bullfrog stuck in my
Yeah.
head. And I've just been calling you that instead of Jeremy.
Think of the other song. There's another song called Jeremy.
Oh yeah, I know the one. We're not in the business of singing on air though, so we're just giving you the facts as we watch today's game.
We'll leave that for the singing club or the choir.
Karaoke club, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and that would be number 11, Alexandra Souza from
LaSalle playing some good defense.
Yeah. So the Lourdes player who managed to score that should have been number 11, Alexandra Souza. You can, well, actually, I don't think we have comments. We don't have comments on this video. Please don't write comments. Yeah, well, I don't think you can write comments if, never mind.
I think there's a live chat, is what it is.
I think we deactivated it. We're not here to talk about politics. Oh my goodness. leaping lions. Miss Fonseca trying to stop the ball, and it goes off the crossbar instead. Thankfully, well, is it the sidebar? Sidebar.
Yeah, I think it's the crossbar or the. I think you're right.
The post.
The
Went off
post.
the post.
Yeah, the post bar. She really has a rocket.
For a foot.
Yeah, for a foot.
I wish I had a rocket foot. Oh well. I could have punted in the NFL if I had one of those.
Yeah. Punters are people too.
Sorry, real football. We're talking about real football right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about soccer. Oh boy, and speaking of soccer, Lourdes trying to break away.
Nice.
They keep pressuring. They keep their backs. No, their midfielders have come so far forward that they have players just swarming the top of the penalty box here.
But I see from what I saw in the first half to the second half, LaSalle's been playing a lot better on defense. You see them a lot not putting so much pressure on the goalie.
And day has turned tonight here on the wonderful Immaculata-La campus. You can see our game lights coming up on the field. It is just that time of day. Okay, so some back and forth by Lourdes players on the right side of the wing. LaSalle trying to take possession, but let me just say that the Bobcats know how to hang on to the ball, which is obviously something difficult to overcome as one of the players on that right wing that keeps on feeling the heat. Okay, that ball almost gets away, but yet one of the Bobcat midfielders, I think, managed to hang on to it. So they maintain possession again on the Royal Lion side of the field. A Royal Lion managing to get that ball away. Almost found one of her strikers, but you know there are two Bobcats there to manage the situation. You saw that little fake, oh boy, shot off goal. I'm sure that's much appreciated by all in our company. And at the moment, we're just playing fetch with the soccer ball.
Just playing fetch?
We do the same in the studio, but we're trying to give you professional play-by-play here. So we just feel for the players having to go after that ball. Not easy. Well, I mean.
Wow, nice kick.
Okay. So Bobcats with the ball, left wing, ILS side of the field. Several players forward. I think about 5 players at the top of the penalty box. An excellent steal by the Royal Lions. Ball knocked out of play.
It's Royal Lions ball.
I think so.
Yes. We have a good field.
It also appears to be a water break. Let me check with our studio. Yes, so that's a water break, and we are going to commercial. Thanks to our say a quick shout out to our sponsors.
And thank you to all of our sponsors here.
ILS Athletics, right?
Absolutely. All the way.
How about that hype B-roll? Well, actually, I don't know what. As a student of the LTV class, what is B-roll, Jeremy?
Actually, I don't know.
B-roll? It's a type of footage that you it's a type of footage that you record to sort of play in the background while you're giving some narration or voiceover while talking about a certain topic. So there you go. LTV. That's third quarter material. Look to keep an eye out for that when you're taking your class, Jeremy. By the way, again, big thank you to ILS Athletics, making things happen both on and off the field, keeping these players happy, healthy, and in shape, I must say. How about that?
That is true. They have to train every day and play their hardest.
Yes, and you yourself were commentating on a basketball game?
Yes, I think it was LaSalle versus Matter Prep, where LaSalle came out with the victory.
Yeah, so yet another great example of athletics at work here at Immaculata-La. So coming back with a vengeance are your Royal Lions, but unfortunately possession is stolen, and my goodness, Bobcats really know how to hang on to that ball. They just sink their claws into it, I suppose. Sticks to them like white on rice.
So this is a non-district game?
Yeah, that would be accurate. I believe Lourdes would be in a different division due to the size of their school. Their school, of course, being larger than ours.
Yes.
Or at least according to gender proportion, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there is going to be a set piece. Your Royal Lions are going to be guarding against a corner from the Lourdes Bobcats.
Or that's a corner shot, yes.
Like most set pieces, corners can be quite the nuisance. Let's see. Finds ahead of a Bobcat, but it is batted away into the backfield, so it's going to be a keeper kick. And a sigh of relief goes through the hearts of all watching live right now. I'm afraid to say that any of you watching this recording may already know the outcome. But a sigh of relief for those of us watching live. Good foot on the ball. Managed to get one of her strikers who was trying to keep it in play and unfortunately just left the ball in the open
for a Bobcat, yeah.
For a Bobcat left back. All right. Are we looking for a ball? Maybe it went under the bleachers.
Funny situation.
It might have gone under the bleachers. There are bleachers. You cannot see them, but I'm sure all of our socially distanced and unnamed spectators. I don't know how many people did you see when you're coming in today.
When I came in today?
Yeah, is it just like a few of the players on the bench that are in the bleachers, or what's going on there?
I think it's mostly they allow the parents that they're allowed to come, but I don't think I didn't see a lot of people.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
I
don't know.
We'll keep the speculation to a minimum. Like we said, we try to bring you the facts here. So I'm sorry for putting you on the spot there. Thank you for
no problem.
Thank you for giving us your observations to the best of your ability. And another corner kick. Okay, a slight glance off the head of a Bobcat, going out of play, but managed to be stolen back by one of the Lourdes players. That's the Lourdes center back, number 6, I believe. Managed to find someone on the right wing. Way off on the right corner of the field, and it goes out of play. The Bobcats will be throwing it in. So let's look at how much time we have left in this half. I do have to admit that I was not accounting for the water break. So let me just postpone that time update until after after a minute or two. Okay, the keeper will be booting the ball onto the pitch. Look at that wind, Jeremy, blowing that flag. She had a tailwind there. It's probably helping her.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look. Let's see. A drive. No. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
LaSalle maintains possession, trying to make something of this opportunity. Some skillful play there on the left wing. Manages to get the ball up, but then finds a Bobcat instead. Good. They'll be throwing it in on the Bobcat side of the field.
Yes. That kick by Mrs. Fonseca was over midfield.
Yes, and I imagine that her teammates knew exactly what to do with that sort of kick. They decided to put the pressure, try to move the ball up, find their teammates, and maintain possession. There we go. A shot, not quite on goal, but you know, you have to make, for lack of a better word, desperate attacks when you're trying to overcome a deficit like theirs. So I can see why they attempted a shot on goal. Okay, so attempting a counterattack on the left wing, one of the Bobcats. There are defenders to meet her, but there are two of her teammates in the center at the top of the penalty box. Now three. Oh my goodness, quite a lot of movement going on there, but blocked by Miss Fonseca. Seems every time they get the ball right in front of that penalty box, it's a real nail biter.
Oh, and LaSalle with the ball.
Excellent steal by number 10. Number 10 trying to make something of it, but she only has one or two teammates to help.
Oh, and that is out on the Bobcats.
Yeah, so they throw it in, and she, not letting the tempo get away from her, throws it right in. Now there are now some teammates, but it's going to be difficult getting the ball to the top of the penalty box, and where there's going to be a corner kick. Excellent. I cannot say if this is the first corner kick for your Royal Lions of the night, but I can say that it is an opportunity to score.
So there is 12 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the final half of the game, with the score of 3-0. Bobcats leading. Wishing for a miracle.
Remember, we don't wish for miracles here at LaSalle. We pray for them. Sorry, forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. Just yours truly has been taking his catechism courses and making sure to provide a valuable Catholic education to his students. So comes out every now and again, even in the side projects that we do here with the commentating. Oh boy, so I don't think this will be the miracle on ice happening here tonight, but certainly the Royal Lions want to prove that they may lose, but they deserve to show to give a performance that at least represents their skill set. So I think they're gonna keep this deficit to no more than 3.
For a team that's undefeated, they've been playing very well. I think they've been trying their hardest. That's all you have to try to do.
Ball on the left wing goes to the top of the box, kicked away by a defender. Sorry, you were saying?
That's all you have to do. You just gotta try hard, do your best, and that's what counts.
Oh, of course. Okay, so I believe they'll be throwing in the ball. Apparently that was not the ball they're throwing in. There may be some substitutions going on. Yes, there are. Although I could be wrong.
Number 12 comes in.
I believe so. Okay, that'll be a corner kick. So about 10 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. The heat is on. The pressure is terrifying. Great punch by the keeper.
And a good save by Miss Fonseca again.
Blocking 2 shots on goal today. Sorry, just now. Oh my goodness, and unfortunately picked up again by a Bobcat, and now on the LaSalle side of the field, but stolen away by a defender. Good work. But while trying to clear it, goes to a Bobcat again. Okay, driving up the left wing. Manages to find a player in the penalty box. She shoots.
Ooh, very close shot.
The ball remains in play. It is in the penalty box on the right side of the field. For your Royal Lions trying to defend, kick the ball out of play, trying to kick the ball away. They managed to get it to one of the right backs of Lourdes. They move it to a midfielder on the right wing. Defender with an excellent boot, keeping it away from the top of the box. But manages to find, it is now in the hands, a bit of back and forth, I'm sorry, I should say. A bit of back and forth between the Royal Lions and the Bobcats at around the center of the LaSalle field. LaSalle side of the field.
Good kick.
Yep.
And running towards number 13, but she couldn't catch up to the ball. Number 3, actually. She couldn't catch up to the ball when it went out of bounds.
Or was it? Oh, and I'm sorry, you were right. Yeah, you were right, sorry, 13.
Yeah, 13.
We have fun here.
They don't see us, right?
No. Yeah, our handsome faces at the moment are currently in the studio, but you can't see us, which is fine. We don't mind. We'll keep it to ourselves. Our faces, that is. Not our voices. You have to hear those. That's not optional.
Yep.
Don't hit the mute button, please. Oh my goodness, excellent
And
stop.
another save by Miss Fonseca.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that shot was on goal, but just taking the ball away, always a good opportunity. Finds a teammate in midfield. I mean, they're playing what they need to. They're keeping the ball, and unfortunately goes out of play.
Nice block.
Yeah, the captain kicking it out of play again. The Bobcats will be throwing in closer to the LaSalle goal.
Oh, look, we have a little toy in the front.
Do we now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, this.
Okay. Continuing the action on the far side of the field are two. Forgive me, just some back and forth. Okay, moves over to the left wing now. And finds a Lourdes striker. She's looking for a cross or a kick.
It's just it's hard to commentate the game because soccer, same as basketball, are very fast. Things change in a minute, in less than a second.
They
Changes
certainly
fast.
do. They certainly do. Thankfully, the ball will be thrown into play, not kicked off a corner. So hopefully a little less velocity on the ball when it attempts to reach its target. All right, that's number 16 from Lourdes, tossing it in.
I believe so. I think I saw number 16.
And that would be an unnumbered player. So, excuse my sources, we can't always rely on back and forth on the LaSalle side of the field. Left wing, stolen, excellent steal. Managed to boot it out of play. Number 9 will be throwing it in. She's also the player who made that wise decision to kick the ball out of play, and it seems to have skirted one of the Lourdes players, thus LaSalle will be throwing it in. It's a good job, Miss Gabriela Chong. All right, out of play. Very little time remaining in this game. About 5 minutes. We'll see what comes of it.
And LaSalle now taking it to the side of the Bobcats. They're trying to at least make a goal.
That they certainly are. Some excellent footwork by number 13. Managed to keep a handle on the ball. Some of her midfielders coming up to assist, but unfortunately there will be a steal. The Bobcats now moving it to midfield and approaching the Royal Lions side of the field on the right wing. Yeah, there's not really the help there to make anything of it.
We had 2 defenders and the goalie.
Yeah.
Not really much you can do.
Thankfully. And that'll be a free kick because there was a foul. That or offsides. I honestly did not catch which. Oof. Unfortunately not to the place I imagined she wanted that to go.
Oh, headbutt.
Yeah, well-placed header. I mean, you got to interrupt the passing lane with every legal part of your body. That includes your head, your shoulders, your chest, and your feet. So, and so on. All right. So that smart play is now giving ILS an opportunity to move the ball to the Lourdes side of the field and maintain possession for a fair while. But it does go out of play, and I believe Lourdes will be throwing it in on their side of the field. The pressure is mounting, ladies and gentlemen, with 3 minutes remaining.
Very nice by LaSalle.
Yeah, I think that was a good pass to one of the strikers.
We have 3 minutes exactly on the clock.
And I don't believe we'll be accounting for stoppage time.
I think it's after 2 minutes. The clock, you can call a timeout.
Okay. Okay, so Bobcats with the ball. So, you think you would like to be a goalkeeper one day?
I used to play soccer, and I played a little goalie and mostly forward. I once made a half like from center field, from the center. I made a goal. But soccer is really not my sport.
A shot on goal blocked by Miss Fonseca. You know what Miss Fonseca, around Halloween, you know what her favorite costume is?
What?
A goalkeeper.
Wow. You see, we like to tell jokes here.
We do. We just really punchy jokes.
If you want to watch something entertainable, always tune into ILS Sports.
Especially when yours truly is on, right? Mr. Jude's got the puns. I do have to thank some of the members of our studio for handing me the one-liner jokes. Here's a hint. It was the mustache man himself. Okay, so some action on the right wing. These players are a little tired, so things are moving a little more slowly than they were right out the gate, and we are, of course, approaching the last few minutes of the half. I think these players know it. They've certainly given a 1-2, a real attempt at trying to narrow the lead here.
Oh, nice
to
kick to
number
number
three,
three, driving it down.
But unfortunately, her defender had
Wow.
some momentum, able to catch up to the ball before she could.
If you look, all these soccer players are fast. They have long legs. They
start
Yeah.
and stop on the drop of a dime. All right, and that's time, ladies and gentlemen. So your score is 3-0 here down at the Royal Lions Field. Thank you so much. We're gonna hand it over to the end of our day. Thank you. This has been Jeremy and Mr. Jude.